Made it in time. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Phoenix. The ad you got was just like, internet make me never buy that product. What was it? Okay, let me see. Let me make sure like the stream isn't like delayed. Oh, we're good. Latency's only like 3 seconds. Can you hear me? Can you hear the stream? Should be ready to go. I got my tea, even though it's still— oh shit, still scalding hot. Stream. Don't be messing with me, stream. Got my Twitters out. I posted in Discord because I can't trust the fucking bot anymore. So it should be good. You see these vegan eggs? Well, it's a product that rich people buy. Well then. Here we go, it's almost time. Let's see what if they have anything to razzle dazzle us with. Everyone pressed X to doubt. Let's get comfy. Let's do this.
Hey, we are a small snippet of Squanch Games, and we are here to tell you how excited we are to be a part of
geeks.
the Microsoft Games Show Extended.
I feel seen.
Showcase Extended.
You know, Game Showcase Extended. What's
Hate
the
the idea
need
that
for
food
the
is better 'cause
extended?
it's
Why
more
add
expensive
that
than
extra
the
word?
non-vegan option.
Like, is there one that's not extended? And that's why?
We're getting nods. There is a not extended.
Honestly,
And
I think
that one's just called without the extended.
like the only reason you should be vegan, really, I believe, is if you truly cannot eat like anything that's
part of it
made from a dead animal or something, or your doctor says you need to. Otherwise, it just feels like a trend. You're like, you're trying too hard. Alright, let's go. Now, is this supposed to be Xbox and Bethesda again, or just Xbox? Because it just says Xbox Games Showcase, so... yeah. So, I don't know if we're gonna get anything from Bethesda again, besides recaps. Or maybe some dev talk. A political stance. What isn't these days? Alright, everybody hold your breath. I'm gonna be testing my tea. It might singe the hairs off my eyebrows. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, this is just a recap of what we saw at the last one. That bitch got body slammed. God, there's been so much stuff I've seen that I want to try or want to keep an eye on, might be interested in, that like I felt like I should have had like a big ass notebook to like keep a list when all this shit started. Cause like I'm overwhelmed. Cause like I've already downloaded some demos from some of the upcoming stuff that have demos right now.
Welcome
but
to
I
Xbox
doubt I got
Games
all of them.
Showcase Extended. I'm Aaron. This is Malik. And we have the honor of diving deeper into some of the most exciting and talked about announcements, as well as gameplay from the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase just 2 days ago. For the first time ever, the entire showcase was focused on games you can play.
They said they're supposed to.
That's right, Aaron. You saw world premiere gameplay from Redfall and Starfield.
They're
today, we've got Bethesda's own Pete Hines right here to tell us more.
They're supposed to be like
from the renowned developers
new trailers and stuff. They said that.
Xbox franchise, Our History Untold.
Although most of it's supposed to be rehashing.
At NetEase Games and so much more.
But first, we begin with a special look at how our fans got to celebrate the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase with a message from our very own Phil Spencer.
I love coming to events like this. You can just feel the energy, people loving to come together as a community, their love of video games, the Xbox fans. It's just a really special time for everybody, myself included.
Was there dudes in the back doing patty cake? What the fuck was?
Together, whether it's saving the world from the aliens or
like I saw it out of the corner of my eye.
It's so great. I love hearing from people. What did you like in the show? Those conversations with people that are here about areas that they like and areas they wish we would do more, I think that's something that drives us. You saw it in the show today. People said, we want to see more gameplay. And so we said, okay, great. You're going to see a ton of gameplay.
Yeah, you know, I think this is our biggest lineup ever in terms of just diversity.
Matt Booty. Oh, what an unfortunate last name.
Different genres.
There's some franchises, Japanese franchises, don't always come to Xbox. We've been working
what
on
an
that. Today,
unfortunate last name.
It's important to us. We not only have all the games coming from our internal studios, but also great independent game
The amount of
developers
pirate booty and ass booty jokes he probably has been through.
And he's got this really great idea for a game. And I want to be clear, because I know we say like experience and stuff. He's building a video game, but he has this real unique things that he wants to do in the game. And we said, okay, let's go do something together. And I'm just really proud to be in an industry that can be part of so many people coming together.
Because they still sort of have that no Japanese game thing. Yeah, although they seem to be wanting to get into that market desperately. Like, because they've bought or partnered with like Japanese developers and teams and stuff. They legit want to get in that market. Is this Valhalla? I think it's called. I have that. I have that installed. I just started playing it the other day. I haven't gotten very far. Like my bitch is still in rags and everything. Valheim, yeah. I knew it started with a V. I knew it sounded, yeah, that. PC Game Pass this fall. They'd be really trying to sell that Game Pass. Well, I already have it on PC, so.
Bethesda opened the showcase with a dramatic gameplay demo.
It's cool that it's getting on the Xbox though, because
Todd Howard showing us how deep the rabbit hole goes on Starfield, and
it is a good game.
A sneak peek at upcoming expansions for Elder Scrolls Online.
I love supporting some good indie developers.
Here to break it all down for us is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Pete Hines from Bethesda. Pete, how are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. So
here it comes, Bethesda talk.
For both Redfall and Starfield.
Let's go.
So I wanted to give you a chance to tell us a little bit about the decision-making
I'm drinking my tea. Let's hear it.
Absolutely. Look, with all the time that goes into a game, it would be foolish to rush it out the door before it's ready. I think we have continued to sort of examine how we think about games and making sure that they are going to meet our players'
You think that's a good idea, do
Obviously,
you?
The last 2 years have really challenged
Not to
us
rush
from
it
a
out the door?
development standpoint. How we work now, largely remotely.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too.
Because and that has an impact. I also think
that's the one thing I really
when do we give those out?
hope improves with the whole rivalry thing.
That we actually
it's
hit
basically
and don't have to change later. So
like trying to outdo each other on selling their shit to us.
At the end of the day, I think what our
making
fans
it better
expect,
deals.
what Xbox fans, what Bethesda fans expect is a high quality game, and we want to do everything we can to give our teams the time to fully realize the games they're making.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's all about, right? Like delivering an amazing experience for the players out there. And so, speaking of games, we're just going to jump into it. We're going to start with how the showcase started with
Sounds good.
Redfall. Now, before we even get into the game, Arcane's making the game, and I want you to talk a little bit about the pedigree of Arcane, just in case people don't know.
Sure.
These folks over there, they're doing their thing.
Arcane Studios is known for really amazing, immersive sims. They do any number of things. If you play games,
you don't like that the Game Pass games
Dishonored 2,
eventually
Prey,
well,
there's a lot of common threads you'll find in them. They create really amazing, believable worlds. I think that's a big part of their game is
Xbox
when you're in
owns the
Dunwall
IP,
or you're up on a
like
space station and Prey,
their
that
oldest one,
it
like
feels believable.
Halo,
there's a reason why things are the way
and
they
Gears
are.
of
They're
War,
also big believers in systems
and all the
based
other
as opposed to
IPs they've
scripted.
gobbled up over the
they really
years. Like
embrace
they'll stay
player
on
freedom
Game
and
Pass
sort of
most
giving
likely
players the
forever
tools to
because
decide, you figure
Xbox
out how you
owns them.
wanna complete this mission or get through this area.
But
We're
yeah,
not
the
gonna
other
tell you
ones,
how.
I
We're
think
just
they're
gonna
like
give you tools
timed Game
and then
Pass
give you the
ones.
freedom to go and do.
I think
But,
most
you know,
people
there's
use Game
great
Pass as a
characters
way
and
to like
interesting story. They bring
advertise
a
their
lot of
game.
different elements and then really let the player create the experience they want.
And that's what it's all about. Gamers have taken
But
many
Xbox
games
also
and made it
has their
own, and I
own
think
like
the
PS
fact
Plus.
that
They have their
Arcane is making
Xbox
a game with that in
Gold,
mind is super
where they'll
important.
give you
Now,
like
how similar or dissimilar
special
would you say
deals
this
if
game
you're an
Redfall is
Xbox
from
Gold
the other?
member,
I mean, look, on the
and
surface, it's a first-person shooter.
there's
that you
also
can
they
play
give you like
solo
3
or
free
with,
games every
up to
month,
4
like
players.
3 or
And so
4 free
immediately you might
games
say,
every
well,
month.
it's not a single-player game, so it must be wildly different. And don't get me wrong, there's absolutely ways in which it is different, but I think when folks play the game, and even when they see more of the game, I think they'll start to see all of those things
Hi,
about an
Yumio, what's
Arcane
up?
game that they love and appreciate. You know, why it's won multiple Action Game of the Year awards for Dishonored 2, is their ability to bring all of those things together, really high level of polish, and let folks experience it. And so I think all of those things we talked about. If you want to play a game by yourself and get a great Arcane story, you can absolutely do
You don't
that
have
in
to work
Redfall.
today,
But you
do
can
you,
also
Yumi?
do things that you haven't been able to
Because
do
when
in
you
an
said today's
Arcane
your
game,
day
like
off.
experience it with friends.
Cats are
and
walking all over
find
you.
out sort of how the whole can become greater than the sum of the parts, like playing it off of each character's abilities. You saw some of that in the demo that we showed. You know, I think the more that people appreciate that, you almost are going to want to try and play Redfall a couple of different ways. You might want to play it by yourself a little bit, play it with others, and it's a game that allows you to do either or both of those things, however you see fit.
I'm glad you talked about playing with friends, because I'm taking applications for friends to help me get through Redfall.
Can I put my name on that list? I'm to a little,
He's desperate for friends, guys. Oh my god.
Keep me on that list.
All right,
we
we're
need to
gonna
go explore Redfall together.
I'm excited. I can't wait for that. And so let's talk a little bit more about the game. Now, you know, between the trailer that
Got
we
a
saw
doctor's
last year at the
appointment
reveal,
3:30
as well
though?
as
Ah,
this one
gotcha.
that we just saw, I feel like Redfall reminded players of other co-op shooters like Left 4 Dead, for example. What makes Redfall unique?
Well, I'm pretty sure this show
again, it's one of those things like if
will
you
be done
watch
before
just
then,
like
and then we're gonna
combat
move
footage,
to
you
the
might
last
look
Blackwell
at Left 4
game.
Dead
So
or Back 4 Blood or any of these things and go, oh, I see multiple characters facing a bunch of enemies, and like so it's the same game. But I think that would be doing a disservice. That it's all of the things that take place in between the combat as well as the combat itself, sort of combining different
How
skills
long is
and
this by?
abilities
I
in-
think
in
they
the
said
way that
it's
you do,
probably
you know,
around
Layla
90
dropping
minutes.
down an elevator using her powers
So about an
that
hour and a
Jacob
half.
can use to get up top on a roof and provide cover. You know, you have different characters who play roles really well. How you choose to use Brebone, the robot, all of those things come into, again, allowing the players not to say, here's a set of rules and you can only use, like, no, here's just some stuff that you can go off into this amazing
I'm
sort
only
of
watching
dynamic,
because
ever-changing world
they
and
mentioned
sort of
that they're supposed
experience
to
and explore
show
for
off
yourself,
like
and you
new
come back the
trailers
next
and
day,
shit.
and it'll
I want to see if
look and
they're
feel like a
bullshitting or if
different
they have
experience,
anything
even though
new to
you're in
show.
the exact same part of the game. I mean, I think those are the kinds of things that Arcane does that really bring that sort of extra special element that makes their game so compelling.
Yeah, compelling and fresh. So I'm excited for Redfall, and you said it here for everyone to see that we're going to be playing together. So I'm going to hold you to that.
Absolutely.
You got the proof. All right.
Can't wait.
Oh, awesome. So let's talk about Elder Scrolls
By the
Online.
way, on top
now,
of Lifeline buffs.
Yeah,
sorry for not answering you in Discord about that, by the way. I literally fell asleep sitting up on my laptop
My least favorite
in bed.
saying is there's never been a better time to play a game.
Just
Like,
getting a new
we all
Legend
say
skin
that.
and an
Yes,
8-minute
games
video
always
today.
get better. We know that. The thing that we love about where Elder Scrolls Online is,
I gotta remember to watch it then.
is their ability to continually refresh the experience for players, provide new experiences like going to High Isle, a place they've never been in. An Elder Scrolls
too
game,
long.
it does a lot of things like story and intrigue. There's a lot
A
of
house
politics
inspector that's
in
coming to your
High
house
Isle,
at
different
2,
factions
Phoenix?
and
What'd you do?
the conflict that's going on there. And again, a way that you can jump in and play by
What does
yourself.
a house
and
inspector
experience
even
it
inspect
by
for?
yourself, even though it's an MMO. But
Like,
the
yep,
real
it looks like it's still
special
standing.
sauce
You
of
haven't
Elder
set
Scrolls
fire
Online
to
is
it
our
yet.
amazing
It's good to
community.
go.
They're so welcoming. They're so helpful. If you need a little bit of help, if you need a lot of help, they're there for you to help explain, to make sure you have a fun experience.
that's
And
good
honestly,
tea.
like that is such a huge part for an online game of creating an environment where anybody, no matter whether you
Yeah, I
just
figured it's
started
for
playing or you've been
the
playing
buyers,
for
so
8 years, can have a good experience.
Hit a body
no
in the
matter how
wall.
you decide to engage with it.
I love
Gotta
that you
inspect the
mentioned
body.
that. Community is such
If it
a,
smells
as you
too
mentioned,
much,
is
you're
such
not
a
selling.
huge part of any online game. And so for players who may not have played Elder Scrolls, who are, like you said, looking to jump in, to know that they have that community backing them, that's going to help them guide them in their journey is super exciting. So, but I want to talk about Fallout
God,
a little bit.
I gotta get a new
Huge
screen
milestone
protector
recently,
for my
25
Switch.
years of Fallout. It can rent a car even now.
Mine's
at
like
this point, right?
getting
We're talking
so
about it, right?
fucking
So
dirty
this
and
has
it's
been
starting to peel
something,
off in the
super
corner.
special to the team.
Absolutely, and look, we are as aware of anybody. Like this franchise did not start with Bethesda. It's one that we took on along the way, and our intent is not just to pay homage to like Bethesda Fallout. Like, no, we mean all Fallout, because what this series has done, what it meant to us as players.
showed
we
Octane's
played
face in
those
it?
games, played the original Fallout 2. And then what the franchise has become, and sort of growing and finding an even, a new audience with Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 76 is something we really want to celebrate. And honestly, what's going on in Fallout 76 with the pit and your ability to continue to push the boundaries in an online game of story and meaningful player choice, and as you're going along, making decisions that kind of matter and have a real impact, I think is important in the evolution of
You
Fallout
never got a
76.
screen
And
protector,
just honestly,
Phoenix?
how far that game has come from its launch.
You
Like,
living on
we
the
are
edge with
keenly aware of how that
like your
launch
cat
went, but we are
and
also
stuff,
keenly
like-
aware of the incredible amount of effort
Still
and dedication
debating
from
getting the OLED.
all of
Yeah.
our teams across Bethesda to say,
I'm fine
like,
with my
we
regular
believe in
old
this
Switch.
thing, and
Although
we
there
wanna
is a
give the
rumor that
fans
they're
more
like
of what they want and the
they
kind of
might be
experiences
showing
that
off
they want, and
a
where
brand new
Fallout
one.
76 is now is truly remarkable when you go back and look at sort of where we were and how far we've come, and honestly how much cool stuff is in store in the pit. It's going to be super fun.
Excited to jump in, and again, that's one of those things that I'm sure you
Try and
guys
drag
attribute
people back.
to
Yeah,
the community,
it's-
giving that feedback.
That 76
Fallout
community, again, not
76,
just in the game,
what's
but
sad about it
what they do for
is that
for
it
each other,
actually
to
had a lot of
support other
potential.
folks in the community, what they have done to raise
It really
funds
did.
for worthwhile causes.
But they
Like,
needed
it's
a
not
couple more
just an
years or
amazing
so
group of gamers. It's an
for it to be,
amazing
like,
group of human beings, and
playable
honestly one that we're honored to interact
and
with and be a part
entertaining.
of every day.
I love that, Pete. Before
At
you
the
make
same
me cry,
time.
we're going to move on to Starfield, all right?
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about it. Starfield ended the show. I got to say, watching the trailer, breathtaking. It's one of those things from the different
honestly, the
locations
OLED,
and just seeing
it
the
kind of
difference
feels
between
like
that moon versus the populated city. Just amazing.
if you just
The
don't have a Switch yet,
dogfighting,
probably
just
get the
everything
OLED.
was
Yeah,
so awesome.
if you want to spend
The team
like a
really
little bit
outdid
extra.
themselves, I
It's
feel
one
like.
of those things about
And
a
you have, like,
Bethesda
disposable
Games
income.
Studios game that I always love, and it's been the case, honestly, since I worked on Morrowind and Oblivion and all those games that we talked about. And for every single one, you cannot pin people down to, oh, it's about this, because
Starting
it's
to have the
not.
battery
Like,
drain faster.
ultimately,
Oh,
what
shit.
those games are massive sandboxes where they give players just
Yeah, if yours is,
ridiculous
like, starting to
amounts of
fuck you up,
freedom
you'll
to
me.
say, you go figure out what
You
kind
probably
of
get the
game
OLED and
wanna
you could
play and
sell
what kind
your
of
Switch for a
experience you
little
wanna
extra
have,
money.
because
So,
that's what this
you know,
game is
get a
about.
little
It's
money
not us
back.
prescribing and saying you have to do these things, and like, no, it's about creating this huge sandbox with over 1,000 planets, so you can completely explore and say, yeah, but you don't have to. Like, it's entirely up to you to figure out what what is fun for me? Do I want story? Do I want to join factions? Do I want to, you know, build outposts and gather resources to build more cool stuff? The team really puts all of those tools in the player's hands and step back.
Multiplayer
says,
only?
Now it's time for you
Yeah,
to
that
tell
was
the story
literally
of Starfield,
doomed to
which
fail.
is your story, which is going to be different than mine,
But
which is going to be different than everybody else's.
what they
And I
sold
think
us in the
that's really
beginning
where the
was
magic of a Bethesda Game Studios game happens.
Speaking about the
big
scope of everything,
multiplayer
Todd
world,
said, this is
but
what an
still
epic
a single
RPG
player game.
is. What does Bethesda
Like
define
still
an
a
epic
single
RPG
player
as?
story.
I think again, it's sort of leaning
But
into.
with the,
look, there's a lot
like
of
a
folks who take a
humongous
lot
option of multiplayer.
different
That's what they
approaches on
sold us in the
an open
beginning.
world mean.
And everybody
Bethesda Game
was pretty fucking
Studios
hyped,
always
skeptical,
pushes
but hyped.
themselves to the most freedom
But,
and least
like,
limitations, right?
they
Where
rushed it out the fucking
items
door.
in
They
the
weren't
world are
ready.
all
They didn't
real
know what they were
things. You walk
doing.
into a store and there's a bunch of weapons
So-
or whatever. Like, that's not just art on a countertop. Like, you could pick those up. You could steal them and run out of it.
That's why it's kind of like with Starfield. It's like there's so much hype about it, but literally people are like,
we love it when players say, I wonder what happens if, and then they try it.
Gotta
And then
be a little
they
cautious
get
here.
To see, like, oh my Lord, chaos ensued and it was insanity. Everybody was shooting at me. And like, that's, I think, the beauty of Bethesda Game Studios and the number of ways that they push for you to explore that, right? It's not just one, it's, you could spend thousands of hours doing nothing but shipbuilding and like focus that as all you're about.
yeah,
and
they
that's
fucked up with the
okay.
private
But you could
servers
also be
buying a
about
sub thing.
exploring
That's
every planet and
another
finding
fuck up
all
on
the
their
good-
part.
and
That
that's
was
okay. Or
their
you can just
desperate
play the
grab
main
for money.
story and be like, I want a kind of experience that I'm guided through so that I kind of get to see stuff, and I might stop here and there.
But, I
there's a
mean-
cool side quest that I got. But
Yeah, they
you know, I want something that
multiplayer
sort of
only,
leads me
like,
through
you have to
because
be
I'm a
online,
little-
yeah.
You know, it can be a little daunting to say.
But
you
I
can go
mean,
and do
they
whatever
tried to
I want.
sell
Like,
it in a
oh, I
way
don't know
to
what I
where
should do.
even though
So
it was
some folks
supposed
want
to be a
little bit of guided
multiplayer
path
world
to understand where the fun
that
is,
you could
and
play
no
by
approach
yourself
is
if you
wrong.
wanted
Like,
to.
For me, that's epic because it says we aren't putting any limits on what you can or can't do. We're going to set you loose and just sit back and watch the beauty that you create with your own
Yeah, they
stories
fucked up
and
with
the
the
way
no
that you
NPCs,
solve
like-
problems or choose to spend your time in this world we've created.
I love that, and you know what you said about, you know, those moments
there's-
that maybe
there's
you
wanting to tell the
experience that I
story of,
don't.
like,
those are some of the best moments. If I
being the
think back
first,
to
like,
playing RPGs
settlers
when I'm
and
discussing
shit.
with my friends. Oh, did you see that? Wow,
Like,
did you see
yeah,
that?
that
Where
has
did you
like
see
an
it? And
ominous
having them go out
tone,
and find
an
it.
interesting
So I
tone
think that's
to
gonna
it,
be one of
but
those
We
things.
talk about that a lot, that sort of water cooler moment.
The
Like, you
only
come in
one
the next
besides
day and
other,
you talk to everybody about what
like,
you did,
online
and you're
players
like,
just
"Wait,
seems
I
a
did
little
that quest,
odd."
but I did this completely different thing, and you sort of start to appreciate all of the choices that you could have made. You didn't even realize were an option. Like, oh, I didn't even think about doing that. Like, oh yeah, I just ran in and stole his ship and shot all of his crew members and took off. Like,
oh, I'm
you
so
can do
wary
that.
about
Oh,
this
yeah, you
game.
can
Like,
do
I
anything.
want
Like, that- I
Starfield to
think that
be
is,
a good game.
A special part of
I
a
doubt it's
Bethesda
gonna
Game
live up to
Studios
all the
game,
hype,
and when we
but
say
I want it
epic
to at least be
RPG, we
playable
mean
and
all of the
like
stories, all of
entertaining.
them.
All right, you just gave me some ideas for stealing
Like, I'm
people's
setting the
ships.
bar low
So
here,
I appreciate
Bethesda. I'm
that.
setting the bar
That's
low.
going to be top on the list to do in Starfield. Now, we saw quite a bit of combat and action in the game. That seems to also be, in addition to exploring and everything, that seems to be another huge focus of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, look, if you
Yeah,
look at
I
a
think
game
they
like
were,
Skyrim, which
like, I think the
everybody's
reason
played
they
Skyrim
also
at this
rushed out
point,
76,
it's an,
besides, you know,
combat is a big
bad
part of
management and
that,
all that shit,
unless you decide it's not.
was,
Like, if you're
they
one of
wanted
those folks that
to,
says, actually, I'm going to do the alchemy
like,
thing, and I
cash
just
in
go
on the
off and pick
whole
flowers and make potions
multiplayer
and,
fan
like,
base,
live another life in
because it's
another
a
world
big
this way,
fan
then
base.
combat
They wanted to,
isn't part
like,
of it. But look, we
suck
know
in
an
people that
epic
usually
RPG,
play,
there's always
like,
bad people, they, you know,
Warzone
shooting at you.
or
Sometimes you gotta return
Fortnites
fire,
and
there's a lot of fun to be had
all
there.
the
And so,
other
you know,
billion
providing a lot of different
multiplayer
skills
games.
that sort of determine how good you are in combat, combined with all the different weapons in the game.
I think
and
they
then you
legit
layer
thought
in
they
ship
could get, like,
combat
people
and
like
all
that
these
in.
other things. It starts to sort of paint a picture of just how broad or how deep the rabbit hole goes.
It's going to be so impressive.
Conan
and you
Exiles,
touched
oh my
on it a
God,
little
that
bit, and
game.
I want to talk about it because this was when I'm watching the video, the demo, what I saw, and it really caught my eyes around the ship. It's not just getting in the ship and that's your ship. There's so much behind
Don't
it.
need multiplayer add-on on the single player.
Yeah, like every
Yeah.
ship is customizable to the
Especially
nth
when
degree,
you're
and not
literally
just,
known
like,
for it, famous for
cosmetically,
it, and
I want my
trusted
ship to
for
look
it.
like this or look like that, though obviously that's totally
Like
a thing that you
single
can do
player,
if
like
all you care about is cosmetics. But it goes much
story-based
deeper than that in terms of,
games,
like, what kind of
and
shields
then all
you
of a
have, what
sudden
kind
you're
of weapons you
switching
have,
to
like,
just
what kind of ship are you building? What do you want
multiplayer
it
with
to be
maybe a
good
story
at? What
added on that's
trade-offs are
like
you willing to make
half-assed or not
And then
finished.
the other part of it is, of course, well, you
It's-
can't just,
it's
it's a
just-
spaceship. Those aren't cheap. So you have to figure out like how
this
am I
sounds
going
dramatic,
to do this? Where
but
do I
it's
get
like
the
a betrayal
resources
to the fan
build this
base
stuff? What
that's
kind of,
stuck with you for so long.
Skills do I need to level up to improve different
Like, you
parts of
lose
my
trust
ship
with the fan
beyond,
base.
you know, what I could do without those skills. So there's a lot of, again, choices in terms of you get to decide how much you want to put into that or not. Do you just want to give somebody money for the parts that you want? Do you want to build it? All of those things are sort of part of the fun of deciding how much do you want to interact with this and how do you want to interact with it.
Absolutely. I mean, just as you mentioned, the scope, the level of player agency, something that I feel like is going to just make Starfield such a special experience. So between Redfall, ESO, Fallout 76, and Starfield, you all are just killing the game.
Yeah, we got a few games coming out.
It's going to be so great. Pete, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, Pete. Now, coming up,
God, how
we'll
long
hear
did
from
they
our
talk
friends
for?
around the world, including Squanch Games, Obsidian Entertainment, Playground Games, and of course, Xbox fans like you. But first, let's hear from the creators of one of the world's
Did they
most
talk for like
popular
20
battle
minutes or
royale
something?
games.
20, 30 minutes? Jesus. God. I only took in like bits and pieces of that conversation. Now, since this is
we are glad to share
this is coming to Game Pass, so I'm gonna like give it a shot. I might stream it. I don't know.
Players all around the globe.
But since I don't actually have to buy it or buy like a pass or whatever, or monthly thing,
to bring Naraka Blade Point to consoles,
I'm gonna give it a shot.
First time. You could play the game on Xbox Series X and S, as well as Windows next week. We're also joining Xbox Game Pass.
I don't think it'll be something that I'll want to play constantly. I just have that feeling.
Future. Naraka has been so well received on the PC platform. I am so
well
grateful
received.
to the
So
players
well
for
received.
their love and support.
It's so popular.
As a competitive survival game,
no bots here at all.
incorporating a lot
Don't
of
look at the
action
bots.
elements, Naraka features a range of characters with unique personalities. Each hero draws from different civilizations and cultures.
Oh yeah, when they attack the
Battles allow for a
modders,
great degree of
Jesus, just don't do
strategic
that.
play.
Don't do that.
You've got a wealth of melee and
Bethesda,
ranged
just
weapons
don't.
to choose from, and a vast map filled with interactive elements to explore.
You already got egg on your face.
Perhaps
Just
you'll
don't.
engage your foes in samurai combat, katanas at the ready, or maybe you'll use Persian assassin techniques and strike from afar. With your grappling hook, you can fly between temple walls and across bamboo forests.
Hear the words
with
competitive
ease.
survival when I sleep.
Beyond solo endeavors, you can also party up with friends and use group tactics to flatten your foes. That's Naraka's underlying design philosophy, that you're unchained and have the freedom to choose how you play. Collect soul jades to change how you play, transform your katana strikes, and make your cannon a weapon of mass destruction. Each hero can be customized too. Whether
Yeah,
you
I'm
want
only
to
gonna give
rush
this
into
game a
battle
shot
as a
'cause I don't have to
berserker
pay for it.
warrior, or cast fireballs as a
Since it's coming to
sorcerer,
Game Pass.
the choice is yours. We can't forget to mention our unique face customization system too. You'll never need to worry about running into a doppelganger on the battlefield, because you're able to edit your hero's features to your heart's content. You can even recreate your favorite faces.
That's fucked up, Yomi.
As we approach Naraka's first launch anniversary, we're introducing a brand
So that's a
new
lot of
weapon,
dedication to a
the
game
Twin
you have
Blades,
like no license to
releasing together
and won't
with
get
the
any money
Xbox
for.
and Game Pass editions.
And they just like
Twin
bitch
blades
slapped
strike
the
with
fans.
speed of a raging tempest and sweeping blows. We've seen similar weapons in other games, but here in Naraka, it comes with a style all its own. Charging up strikes is usually a high-risk, high-reward move. With the twin blades, you can charge up while moving and keep your momentum as you unleash a flurry of combos on foes.
Fascinating, my man,
Since its
but
release, Naraka
not gonna
Blade
lie,
Point has launched
it's-
its own faction
it's time to
crash
move
game
on.
mode with Omni's Nightmare.
It's coming to
and the
Game Pass.
thrilling limited time mode, Shadow Surge.
in the sentence there.
There have been many casual modes to play as well, but our community has eagerly asked for a campaign mode. We're always listening to our player base, and we're happy to announce that the wait is over. Players will see the first chapter of our campaign mode.
So
Form
wait, they
teams of
didn't have a
3 to
campaign
take
mode?
on new enemy types and massive bosses. Disarming a boss won't be as easy as disarming another player though. PvP and campaign mode are two entirely different things.
Okay.
Further campaign chapters are also in the works, so we're eager to hear any feedback you have for us. We are also working on an Xbox One version and hope to see more players join
Xbox
Naraka
One
later
version?
this year. Naraka is launching on Xbox Series X and S and Windows Store on June 23rd.
I don't know, maybe it's just the stream, but the graphics didn't look like they're so intense that they couldn't work on a fucking Xbone.
Dive into the world of Naraka Blade Point.
机会了，快来体验我生无拘吧！
Yeah, I don't know why I was surprised, Phoenix, honestly. New turn-based strategy game from creators that revolutionized the genre.
History is filled with moments of greatness.
Who's this voice actor? She sounds so familiar.
Some lost to time. But what about the history that could have been if you were its architect? How would you reshape the world?
Like, I know the lady that's talking. Like, I've seen her in like shows and stuff before. Like, I see her face in my mind. I just don't know her name.
Speak, would you
That's gonna drive me fucking crazy.
How would you lead them in this new world? History is filled with moments of greatness, but these will be yours.
Okay. Game Pass. 16 times the Game Pass.
From Oxide Games for a closer look at their historical grand strategy.
You want to see a list of all these games that are also coming to PS5? There's probably someone out there making a list.
Dan, Michelle, thank you too for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
And on behalf of the entire studio, we are really excited to be here and finally be able to talk about Aura.
I mean, we all are excited too. You just had
we're
the
so
world
excited.
premiere 2 days ago for Aura. And I have to say, I'm a
So
really
excited.
big history fan. I love me some history, so I've been looking forward
totally
to talking
not
to you
on my
two
Switch
about
right
this.
now.
Now, we all know this is not your first strategy game, but the vision behind Aura is so ambitious. So tell us more about it. And also for those who are new to Oxide Games, we would love to hear more about the studio as well.
So Oxide Games was founded 9.5 years ago in my basement, actually, from the development leads of Civilization V. And our goal is to push strategy games to the next level.
And what's really great about working on a new IP is that you don't have kind of these previous expectations that a sequel would have. And so the sky really was the limit, and we got to really take the genre to a new space. And we really hope that not only will fans of strategy games like this, but people who've never played a strategy game before will find something they love as well.
You're absolutely taking it to the next level. I
Civ
think I saw like a drone was in like the 18th century or something like that.
I think they said it's like inspired by it or something.
I think that like if you're someone who really enjoys history, it's bringing like all of the worlds together, all the periods of time together. And that's a grand vision in itself. So how does the vision of Aura impact the player experience within the game?
So one of the kind of big things we wanted to do with Aura was really explore how to make the game less about finding that optimal strategy, that optimal path, and really bring in ways to make it more meaningful to the player, make it unique to themselves. So what are different kinds of choices we can bring to the player so that when you play it's different than when I play, and yet we can both be competitive together? How can we do things to really impact agency and expression and really let you express your values and your play styles through the different mechanics in the product?
And Dan,
I never
what about
played
you?
the
How does the vision
Civilization
impact the
games.
overall experience?
So one of the big things that we've been working on is what we call the living world. We wanted the expression of the game to manifest itself in a way that felt authentic and cool. So we've spent a lot of effort on making sure that the choices that you make are expressed in a visual way. And so you're going to see your citizens doing things that reflect the choices that you've made. And this is actually really challenging. So one of the goals when we founded Oxide was to not have to tell the designers, no, you can't do that thing. And so the game is obviously huge. It's just massive. And so it's a very large technological constraint from doing something like that. But we have our own proprietary engine that allows us to really bring this alternate
It seems like a cool take on the Civ genre.
I
I'll take your word for it, Phoenix, because I honestly have
history is that you
no
learn
idea.
about culture, you learn about stories, you learn about things that are probably brand new to your eyes, but the way that Ara helps you remix, reimagine, and rewrite history is
I mean, if it comes to the Game Pass, I'll fucking play it.
I'm excited to get my hands on it, and I'm sure everyone else is who's watching. So let us know, where can we learn more about it, and when can we get our hands on it? Because I need it today.
So if you head over to the
So
website, you can sign
excited.
up for the Insider program, which will give you a chance to join the technical alpha and play the game later this summer, which is super exciting because we've been playing it, all the time, and so now you'll have a chance to play.
Dan, Michelle, thank you two so much for giving us the lowdown on Ara. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Grounded is finally leaving early access and moving into full release with a highly anticipated story mode. Here's Adam Brennicke and Eric Dorabella from Obsidian Entertainment to tell us more.
Oh my god. Grounded. Oh my god.
What can players expect from the 1.0 launch of Grounded?
The big one, of course, is going to be a complete game, and that means story, right?
Guys, we finally finished the game.
You can play through, why are you here? Who put you here?
Yeah, exactly.
And how are you going to get home? I think those are like the big questions that people are asking about Grounded. Originally, we really just wanted to make a survival game, and one of the jokes was, hey, what if we did backyard survival? Everyone was like, yeah, that's a very unusual idea, but I think there's something there. One of the things that we did early on was establish the art style of Grounded. Things started coming to life as we did the initial prototypes and seeing some of the cool things, like the first time we added the spider into the yard, seeing the reactions of people in the office, even jump scares, people screaming. The team is very small. It's the smallest team I've ever worked on at Obsidian. I wanted everyone to be able to participate on the design side of things. So I said everyone is a designer on the team. And I think that extends into our community and how we're building the game in game preview and early access.
That's probably one of the big successes of the game. Is how
They standing up at their desk when they work. I mean, good for them. Got some standing desks.
For a game developer,
not allowed to sit your ass down.
A huge,
get that blood
thing
flowing.
Just to get people's feedback constantly of what they're liking, what they're not liking, and all those adjustments just make a much, much better game at the end of the day. We're at that point now that the yard's getting finished, and now we can play through the story. There's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of things that I think.
Well, unfortunately, I never was really interested in this game.
I know what you're talking about. But I cannot wait to see players' reactions.
Like it just didn't really
for the story to be finished to finally jump into the game.
I don't know, get my interest. I want that fucking
for more
Pride
concept.
rainbow
Just gonna pull a lot
mustache
of people
though.
back
I
in
will take that.
and gain a lot of new players. So Adam, we have the Broodmother from last year. It was like our first big boss. And then we came out with a bunch of mini bosses like Termite King and the Assistant Manager. But in this trailer, we're showing players the Mantis. What can they expect from this?
So we're super excited to finally show off the Mantis. And I know that's been
because it's like it's only Xbox and PC.
Players that they want to see a praying mantis in the game.
Fuck.
We've been asking for this for a long time. Do we have anything else that the players can get excited about?
The Mantis is just a little tease of one of the new boss fights, but there's more to come, right? Like potentially many boss fights that we have planned for the full release of Grounded. There's a lot more secrets and other things to uncover.
When we reached 5 million players, that was already super crazy. And then we hit the next milestone of 10 million players still being Xbox.
Doubling it, right?
Yeah, in Xbox Game Preview Early Access.
That just goes to show that we have a fantastic game. Everyone's just so surprised at like how much Grounded has grown.
I just hope that players and the community understand how important they are.
I don't know what you're fucking
this game with us.
Yeah, we're so thankful for everyone's
autocrit
support
type of things. It's just
It's
wild.
been an amazing journey, and we're finally almost at the finish line, right?
Yeah.
And I think we wouldn't be here.
As far as I know, MSI laptops seem to be like really popular right now.
I agree. Best community.
They seem to have some good reviews. I mean, it probably depends on which laptop you want to get. I'm just not interested in Grounded. I just never got... My interest was never piqued with this game.
So I got a call from my good friend York Newman, the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator. He told me it was imperative that I meet with him. So I'm in this helicopter. We're flying to this location. We're on our way. Let's go.
What the fuck? They really trying to hype up Flight Simulator, aren't they? God damn.
Jorg! Hey, Paris, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming to DC, man.
No, thank you. What am I doing here?
Later. Let's get in. We don't have much time.
Oh, okay.
All right, Paris.
They got fucking specialized jackets and everything. You see that shit?
It's still a secret. I'm sorry.
What? What is this?
Jorg, what is this place?
Oh, you'll see. Let's go.
Flight Simulator. Yeah, Microsoft really be trying to hype the shit out of this game.
Nick, how's it going?
Hello.
Paris, I would like to introduce Nick Partridge from the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum.
Thank you
Fucking
for having me.
Smithsonian shit.
But
What the
this makes
hell?
a lot of sense. I saw during the trailer there was a collaboration between the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum and Flight Simulator. Here we are at the National Air and Space Museum. So let's talk about that collaboration. Tell me more about that.
Well, Jorg and I have been talking for more than a year. He was looking for me, and it turns out I was looking for him to ask the same question, which was, don't you think that our organizations have a lot in common, dedicated to bringing flight to everyone? And
I was looking for the Spirit of St. Louis, which is in the Smithsonian ever since 1928.
Like every movie that had someone who needed to fly a plane mentioned learning to fly using flight.
Scan,
Oh yeah, that was a
we'll
thing in movies and shit.
But as Nick and I kept talking, it was very clear.
Or it's like,
the world's foremost
does anyone
for air and space,
know how
the
to fly a
Smithsonian.
plane? And they're like, I do. And they get up there and the person asks them like, where'd you learn to fly? And they're like,
yeah, authenticity, accuracy,
on a PC.
access, it's all there. We're hoping that if everyone has as much fun in the community
In a
with the
game.
content that we initially collaborated on, a couple of our most historic aircraft, and some of the other aircraft in this center are already in the simulator, maybe we can jump in with both feet and do more in the years to come. Maybe even, who knows, we'll go crazy. We'll put the space shuttle in there.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
All right, you guys have never been here before,
No,
right?
this is my first time.
All right, so keep your eyes peeled, stick together, and Jorg, I've got something special for you right around here.
Perfect. Check this out. This is my favorite plane, the Junkers U-52.
yeah, I think it's still used as like a teaching tool.
And that is an awesome plane. And as I look at all these planes around
Which I mean
here,
is
it makes me ask the
it is
question,
pretty cool when
why
like
do you put all of them in flight
the
too?
video game industry like actually helps out other industries.
In the 40th anniversary,
That's always a cool thing.
The ODF-3, we have the Wright Flyer, the Spirit of St. Louis, and the DC-3, and we hope to get a few more. As Nick and I were talking, there's a lot of things we could do.
Yeah, we started with the most iconic ones, and who knows? There's no lack of opportunity.
You know, I keep saying amazing because this place is amazing, and just like Flight Sim, it just keeps going. So what else is happening?
It does seem like we're going supersonic, like the Concorde here. We've been doing a major update ever since we launched, every month since August 2020. And just today, we're actually launching World Update 10. And guess what?
Tell me.
It's the United States. And it's huge. We have a dozen cities, a new height field, brand new aerials, new missions, new airports, new everythings. And as always, it's
Less
free.
game and more too.
And
Yeah, it's probably why I sucked
check
at
out
it because
this
I did try to play
This is the Beechcraft Model 18. They call it the Twin Beach. It's a famous plane, and that's also launching today. And it's a great coincidence.
It's actually a huge coincidence. Jorg's been working on that Beechcraft since before we met, but it's a great example of how much we already had in common.
So Jorg, what can we expect the rest of the year from Flight Sim?
We have a ton of great things coming up. So today is World Update 10. We have two more World Updates, one in August and one in October. And then in November, we have the big 40th anniversary edition, which will be an absolute delight for anyone who loves aviation.
Okay, that 40th anniversary edition. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so we're celebrating by bringing back some of the planes from the old sims, like from Flight Sim 10, 9, 8, even before that. And we're restoring some of the old missions, and we're bringing back some of the airports that were in those editions. So it's a real celebration of the franchise.
So this celebration is not only of the franchise, but the past as well.
And we're also adding brand new things on top of it, like that the community really wanted. For example, helicopters. My Sobo wrote a brand new fluid dynamic system to make all that work. And then we're adding gliders, which is a completely different way to experience the planet. It's just you and the wind. And then the last one is it's the biggest deal for simmers, a brand new real-to-life.
I'm getting kind of worried, you guys. Are they actually going to show any new, like, new trailers for world premiere shit, or what? Are they going to save it for like the end?
So it's a really
They better
cool
not
way for
end
us
on a
to
wet
integrate
fart.
with the
That's all I gotta
creator
say.
community.
Now, how do I get this?
If you're on Game Pass, if you already own Flight Sim, the 40th anniversary
It's
edition
pretty
is
cool
a free
for the
upgrade.
flight sims.
Has just been
That's what
an
you calling the
incredible
fan base?
experience, seeing all these planes and going through the history
Fair.
and everything that's come
Pretty
to
fair.
Flight Simulator. I mean, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming to DC. Paris, thank you, Nick, for the great collaboration with the Smithsonian and for kicking off the 40th anniversary edition of Flight Sim. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Today was a good day.
Was
But
it?
Now, I have a need for speed.
What? Oh my
I'm
god.
headed to the danger zone, baby.
Oh my god. Top Gun Maverick expansion. Fuck off.
Estamos aquí para
One
disfrutar
second
del mejor
clip
día
of
de mi
FIBA.
vida, el día de la Xbox, que estoy muy emocionado.
Yeah, they already said they wouldn't be there.
I came in Madrid just yesterday to be here in FanFest Xbox, and I'm so excited.
Estamos aquí en Madrid para ver nuevos juegos como Starfield, que yo personalmente le tengo muchísimas ganas.
Me ha encantado y no me lo podía perder. Es un evento único.
That's cool.
Why gaming? Just a passion.
Son experiencias únicas. Me ofrecen algo que...
God,
no
why can't
encuentro
we
en
live
otro
anywhere where there's like shit like this? Gotta live in fucking church on every corner.
Me ha parecido genial y un cierre para un
Ghost
evento
towns.
así, maravilloso.
Just the passion that people have. I feel very welcome.
Hey, we're just a snippet of Squanch Games, and we're here to talk about High on Life, our new action-adventure
Didn't we already see these,
Metroidvania
guys?
first-person shooter that is nothing at all, a little bit like Microsoft Excel.
All right, you're a bounty hunter now. You gotta help me rescue my friends. They're Gatlians, just like me.
No, this game. I don't know if I want to play this or not. I'm not really sure.
That's our game, High on Life.
I'm
Pretty
kinda
insane.
I'm kinda iffy on it.
There's a lot to talk about.
Let's dive in. So Justin, you're typically known for working in animation. What
I wouldn't want to
brings
go
you
to
into
any
the
of
world
these at the moment.
games?
Yeah,
Why
it's
are you
fair.
in the world of
But I
games?
mean, just in general, like
I'm
just to have like
obsessed with
more
games.
like
Have been my
big
whole
gaming
life.
event
Always
places
had
you can go
ideas,
to.
Always had, you know, things I would love to make, but just never thought I could ever step into that arena because I lack all the skills needed.
You don't know how games work.
Other than like creative direction, creative ideas, like other than that, I lack all the skills to execute.
But that's why, like, that's part of why you want to start Squanch, right? Is like to be able to have an idea like that and let it grow to something amazing.
And to be able to be creatively free. I wanted to make games that I wanted to play. And that was sort of the spark that just lit the fire of Squanch Games. And then we shipped Trover and we shipped Accounting Plus, and now we're on this absolutely dream game. This is like our real legit swing at like a proper, you know, like we're indie, but like this is like our AAA, like
Just don't like cities as well. I mean, fair.
We're triple I.
Yeah. This is a triple I game.
So the story of our game mostly follows like Earth being invaded by this evil criminal cartel of aliens who come in and kidnap humans and start selling them on the black market like they're drugs. And you're the one human who has to team up with a talking gun and stop them.
And when you select a cartel leader that you're gonna go after, like, it opens the portal door to that world that they're in.
Eric, can you tell us a little bit about the world?
It'd be one thing if we had a working public transport. Yeah, our fucking public transport just
we
fucking
spent a lot of time
sucks.
kind of constructing and creating these
Bullshit.
awesome alien worlds. Myself and Mike Hispano, who is our art director, him and I worked like a ton on the sort of art direction of the game. He really kind of landed in this space, which was kind of Blade Runner meets the Muppets. So we're trying to capture that feeling with all of our characters, and especially our aliens. And then each world is its own kind of unique flavor, right? I think some of the ideas came from very kind of core thoughts. Like we want to have an awesome alien, like drug-dense spa on an asteroid. And yeah, what makes me really excited is the sort of really clear and like it's almost deceivingly simple narrative, right?
Save the Earth, human to drugs, talking guns.
Who are the guns? What's their deal?
The guns are these talking alien Gatlians. They're all shaped somewhat like a gun you'd find on Earth, but they've evolved to be just gun-like in their own way.
Okay, if it's on Game Pass, I might give it a shot.
Gatlians,
Otherwise,
each has their own unique personality, their unique
move
set of
on.
abilities, and you're going to be rescuing them from this evil alien cartel, and together, you got to stop the bad guys.
And get more.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, get
Generic
more
story.
collectible
Got it.
Gatlians.
Yeah, a lot of players are going to have very different experiences depending on what gun they favor.
Yeah, you kind of pick your favorite companion to have out a lot and hear their dialogue, be part of different dialogue scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at us, blasting away!
And sometimes you can unlock the guns in a different order than another player has. So
That's
when you
not
go back through a
surprising, Yomi.
level, you'll see things that you would have been able to
I'm not
access if you'd done
surprised.
them in the
It's
other
just-
order.
it's
These are
just
some bad.
not surprising at all.
All right, so we've talked about this crazy good game that sounds amazing. Why should people be excited to play it?
As a studio, we are attempting to bring A-level adult comedy into video games.
Something I love about Squanch is we would put a lot of effort into things that a lot of other studios wouldn't even bother with, like a single small joke that 5 players might find.
Well, okay, now I can.
I love that stuff. I love like edge casing and like
what makes you remember a game.
Yeah, like if a player's trying to break the game in a certain way and then you have an answer for that for them, that is like such a memorable and amazing moment. It's almost like watching TV, but the viewer is able to reach into the TV and poke a thing, and the character has to respond to that. And there's so much fun to be had for the most part.
You can skip it all. We worked really hard on it if you want to skip it.
Yeah, if you want to just like miss out on like,
Yeah, if you're like a big dummy and you don't want to play the game at all, that's fine. We're not going to judge you. We're just going to be upset.
Console launch exclusive. If it's not on Game Pass, I'm not gonna fucking play it. I don't care. Like, I'm not that hyped for that game. What's this, though?
This is gonna be fun.
What's this?
You know I can't let you leave.
I'm suddenly interested. I'm sitting up. What is this? Aw, shit. God damn, she went yeet out that fucking window. Run, bitch, run! Texas Chainsaw Massacre multiplayer. Ooh. It's on Game Pass. Guess I'm playing it. It's on Game Pass, so I guess I'll be giving it a shot next year.
Pentiment is a narrative adventure game set in 16th century Bavaria, which is part of the Holy Roman Empire.
Oh, this game,
You
god
play a
damn.
character named Andreas Mahler, who is an artist working at a Benedictine abbey. He gets involved in a series of murders and scandals and tries to unravel them over a period of about 25 years. The name Pentiment, it is specifically referring to paintings in which there's an older painting underneath the painting that you see on the top. And if you scrape away the top layer, you see what was left behind. This has a bunch of significance. Obviously, you're playing a painter, but also it has a lot of significance to the idea of history kind of being covered and uncovered over time.
Guess you're forced to as well. Don't give me chainsaw.
When I saw narrative-driven games with really distinctive art styles, I was inspired to make a historical game that focused on.
Yeah, I'm
the
kind of
unique
curious
art
how
style
much
of the early modern
like
period that was really driven by the
how much like
relationships between
Deadlight
characters and the
Dead-
stories that played out over time.
Dead by Daylight.
Hannah Kennedy was really integral to defining the
whatever.
art style of Pentiment, especially blending the late medieval illuminated manuscripts with the early modern woodcuts.
Yeah, so there's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
just can't
major
get
points to solve and kind of marry
Like,
between
good for
wanting
these
this to
people that
be
they're
a
like fucking
true to
getting
the
creative
history,
with
true to
shit,
the
but I'm
feel of the source
not
material
interested
that
in
we
this
were
game. I'm so sorry.
referencing as far as the narrative, but also thinking about the types of games that were like what we imagined we wanted as far as a gameplay experience.
From the beginning, I knew that I wanted to portray a community that changed over time, which meant that characters are changing over time. That's really the focus of everything. The buildings do change, but really it's the characters where you see all the crazy stuff happen.
Kids that I had become attached to because it's a 4-year-old and we designed them to be a 4-year-old and then they're getting married and then I felt a weird like emotional reaction to that because I'm like, oh, baby's all grown up.
Yeah, DVD is still gonna win.
I think the 16th century
when it comes
has
to like
always been
having
really
so many
interesting to me
more
because it was a time
villains
of
and
such
shit.
social upheaval in Europe. I think when we look at social change in the past, it seems like it's a thing that always happens outside of our time.
Yomi, the
now,
struggle.
I think we're maybe more aware than ever that social change is happening constantly, and people are always struggling with it. It's always a difficult process.
More of a
And
homage
so
to
I
the
hope
fan
that
base
by
and
looking at people from the past, we can
that
see
is true. Like
even
that's why
though the setting
that's why I'm
might be
curious if
different and the
it's
specific
if it's
issues
just
might
gonna
be
feel like a
different, ultimately,
DVD
we
clone
always
but with
struggle
one
social
villain,
change.
or if they're gonna like try some new shit and like have it more of a passion product like the Friday the oh yeah Friday the 13th. I feel so bad for the people that made Friday the 13th that they can't.
All right, let's do crime.
That they can't do anything besides just minor glitch fixes and shit. Like they couldn't do anything more with that game, and it's so fucking sad because it was good.
This is my favorite shot of the whole game. This one.
With As Dusk Falls, what we're trying to do is to make a brilliant interactive experience for anyone who loves brilliant storytelling. So people who enjoy films, people who enjoy TV series. It's also a social experience and about sharing these stories with the people you love.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in this one either, honestly.
I took my inspiration from TV shows, prestige shows like, you know,
I mean, it looks
Bad,
cool, but
Fargo.
it's not really
I
my
love Dog Day Afternoon.
kind of style or
It's
whatever.
such a wonderful setup.
You try that again, and every last one of them leaves in a body bag.
When you write for interactive stories, it's all about the stakes. You want big choices, the tentpole ones that everyone will remember from the chapter they played, but also you weave in the smaller stakes, the drama bit, like the relationships. Are you gonna stay married?
When you lost your job, this wall went up, and I missed you, okay?
The game deals with very mature themes that you don't normally find in a video game. It really gives you agency over characters that are relatable, that are familiar to you. It's like an interactive story, but with the power of video game behind it.
I only gotta yell and my brothers will come. Now hold your horses, young man. I think you should at least listen to what I have to say.
In the first book, it's mainly structured around a hostage situation in a motel in the middle of the desert in Arizona, so it's a pressure cooker.
You want your wife to live? Answer and do
I
exactly
mean, this
what I
looks
say.
this looks interesting, and the art style and the way they did it, it looks cool.
Across multiple
But
states in the US.
I'm probably gonna just end up watching someone on YouTube or Twitch that I follow play
As
it.
Dusk Falls is an interactive show, but the important part here is the word interactive. The players are very much needed to help the character on their journey and decide what's gonna happen to them. Help
Oh
them grow
yeah, I
and
barely
change.
remember
It's not
that.
like
God.
there's one golden path. There's so many different ways through the story.
You can replay it, and then you get to like different story and different.
Like the game is
ending,
still
and you
alive
feel like
technically.
you're actually achieving something.
Friday the
and
13th one.
shaping the story and also
Because
the
like
character.
Some of your true self
the
comes
stream
out
queens
into
on
that
Twitch,
thinking.
the drag queens and stuff.
And at
They
the
like-
end of the game, when you play, we tell you about your playstyle.
Every
And it
Friday
reveals
the
something about
13th.
the player
Every
themselves,
Friday
their
the
values,
13th.
and
There's
the way
they
interact with the
always
others that they
switch
play
over
with.
and play
I think for me,
Friday the
one of
13th
really
on the
important
13th of
things
Friday.
was that this art style
Every
could tell
time.
lots of different types of stories. We want to take really beautiful, sort of subtle facial performances, really strong dramatic moments, and just really represent that. Such
Yeah,
that
the fucking
every
rights
frame is a
dispute
painting.
just
It's a single player and multiplayer.
I feel so bad for them because they made such a good game.
People who weren't necessarily gamers. Gamers are going to
If the
love this
rights
game
dispute
as well
thing
because
didn't happen,
it's a very
I guarantee it would
mature,
still be like
in-depth story.
one of the
This game
top
really
games to
taps
play,
into your life skills rather than
especially
your
if you're
gamer
like a
skills.
creator
Puts
on YouTube
everyone on
or
a level
Twitch or
playing
something.
field. You did well there.
Like it'd still be up there.
You share the same character.
Because the
you
team that
discuss,
developed
you
it
make
and shit were like so
decisions, and
hyped for
majority
more things in
wins.
the future.
It's like each player is like a voice in
Like
the
they
character
wanted
head.
to continue creating for that game.
Not take the cash. It's been a massive journey, and I can't believe we're just like so close, touching distance to this game. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it when it's done.
Yeah, Friday the 13th game, it had a lot more stuff you could do compared to DBD. DBD is like a lot more simple in what tasks and stuff you can do. Although, to be fair to DBD, they still update on different things you can do and shit. But Friday the 13th just felt more, well, more. You know what sucks? I'm pretty sure I got the game. I don't know if it's for console or PC. I can't remember. But I literally got the game. I bought the game just as the fucking dispute started to happen. And as soon as it happened, the fan base started to just dwindle down in disappointment. What is this? Oh yeah, that farming thing. Again, not really my cup of tea. Probably never gonna play it. Looks cute. Like, this would probably be a good one for people that like farming sims and shit like that. Slime Rancher 2. Yeah, this isn't really my cup of tea, but it looks cute. I mean, it is Slime Rancher 2. It's just such a weird name. I mean, it's on point, but it's just such a weird name. Is it really a farm sim though? What would you call it then? Because like I've never played these games though. On Game Pass. Yeah,
Right,
not really
time
my
to
cup
get
of tea.
going. First trip in a while.
The fuck is this?
Here. Australia. Passport. I need a passport. Where's my passport? Passport.
I mean, that was accurate right there. The blowing the dust off the passport. That's pretty accurate. The fuck?
All right. Where's my Uber? All right, let's go.
Let's go.
What is this? You gotta fucking blow up dinosaur or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
In person, get ready for the showcase.
In Australia? Don't go to Australia for Games Fest. Australia be like banning games left and right. You're gonna go to a Games Fest and all these games are gonna be like advertised, and then like half of them you can't play in Australia.
Leah, here in Melbourne with FanFest.
Hot Wheels coming to Forza. Okay, do we need a behind the scenes for this?
So excited to tell you all about Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels.
Do we really need a behind the scenes for Hot Wheels
let's start with why the team decided to bring Hot Wheels
Come
to
on,
Forza
guys.
Horizon 5's Mexico.
Our fans have been telling us for years about how much they loved Forza Horizon 3's Hot Wheels expansion. So we've been waiting for the right time to bring everyone another Hot Wheels adventure. Forza Horizon 5 presented the perfect
get flight
opportunity
simp
to bring
and it's
Hot
over.
Wheels to life like never before with the power of the Xbox Series X and S.
It really does sound like the perfect time for Forza Horizon and Hot Wheels.
You gotta feel
so
time.
I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit more about what to expect being in the clouds of Mexico this time.
Yes, you travel to the clouds above Mexico to visit Hot Wheels Park, which is comprised of over 200 kilometers of the fastest, most extreme tracks yet. Once there, you'll join the Hot Wheels Academy and set out to take on Forza Horizon's most extreme racing yet and prove yourself a Hot Wheels legend.
Let's go.
As well as the iconic orange Hot Wheels track, you'll take on new driving experiences across gravity-defying magnet tracks.
I mean, this
as
is
well as ice,
this is cool and
water
everything,
flume, and rumble
especially for
tracks.
hardcore Forza fans.
Loads about biomes
And I might play it, but
Horizon 5's launch. Are we expecting something similar in Forza Horizon 5
we don't
Hot
need
Wheels
like
as well?
a whole fucking interview
so
about
we're
it.
truly going to see the power of the Xbox
really
Series
don't.
X and S when we look
The trailer
at
was
Forza
enough
Horizon
people.
5 Hot Wheels all new biomes. The amount of detail and diversity that we can pack
I mean,
into the
there is
four new
a Hot
is
Wheels game. Didn't it just come
we have
out?
the rugged Giants Canyon where you'll
Like a
hear
little
the
while
growl
ago?
of your engine bouncing back off
I don't
the
think it
intricately detailed
did really well though.
formations. The Ice Cauldron, where frozen tundra drips into the glistening molten lava. In Forest Falls,
Hot Wheels is too
you'll see a tree
extreme.
canopy
Australia doesn't
towering
get it.
over epic waterfalls. And finally, the visually stunning and exhilarating Horizon Nexus, where the Horizon Festival is suspended.
Yeah,
and
the
on a
only thing
web
I can
of Hot Wheels
remember
tracks.
that's
And
new
there's
was
more,
that
'cause new players can
besides
jump into Forza
Slime
Horizon
Rancher
5
2
Hot Wheels
was
as early
the
as
Texas
possible
Chainsaw
during the main
one.
game's
Like I
initial
haven't
experience.
seen
And how are
anything
people
about
going to be
that
able to use
yet.
Event Lab in Forza
I didn't see
Horizon
that
5
trailer
Hot
yet.
Wheels?
So in Event Lab, you'll
So that
have
was
the
new to
freedom
me.
design, build, and share using
That's-
the new
that's all I
Hot
can
Wheels
remember.
Creation Kit. That's over 80 new track and stunt pieces that instantly snap together thanks to our new building tools. You can then share your creations with the entire community for players to discover and play. We are anticipating our community building an ever-evolving catalogue of new player-created Hot Wheels events that everyone will enjoy.
They all sound absolutely incredible, Mike, but I'm going to ask you the most important question in the room. Can you tell me a bit more about the cars?
Yes, so we have 10 new amazing cars coming to the pack, including 4 new Hot Wheels cars, which have been scaled up to real-life proportions. We have the Diora 2, the Bad to the Blade, the Baja Bone Shaker, and the Chevrolet Hot Wheels Copo Camaro. Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels introduces the most extreme tracks we've seen yet in Forza, so we've added some new extreme track toys and hypercars to go with them.
Love that.
I want to call out the Hennessy Venom F5 and the Mosler MT900 GT3. Their speed is unlike anything we've seen before.
So we know Forza Horizon 5 fans naturally
Hot
love
Wheels
co-op,
should
so how is that
collab with
continuing
Mario
in Hot Wheels?
So in a first for Forza, you can join up with your friends and play from the very start of the experience in co-op. You and your friends will then take on a new campaign, moving moving your way up through faster and faster car classes until you unlock the extreme speed of X-Class and become a Hot Wheels legend. You can also choose to take on the world in Horizon Open or team up with your friends to take on a team of Drivatars in the Horizon Tour.
Ooh, I absolutely love that. Final question now, though. When can we expect to play?
Yes, so Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels releases on July 19th on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Windows PC, and Steam.
Mike, thank you so much for joining me. This has been so much fun, and I cannot wait to play.
Here we go. Fucking Fall Guys. I mean, good on them. They made a fucking good game and they're still updating shit. They still got a big fan base. And they have a fucking sense of humor. What is this? The home inspector showed up? Don't like being alone with strangers. Oh shit, you're alone with him? Oh, hide the bodies. Quick, hide the bodies. Love Fall Guys, but yeah, your internet fucks you over with that shit, yo man. Look at that little Master Chief. Ooh, angry. Spartan Showdown. That's
Now,
cool.
onto
I
our
mean,
next block, pun intended, of course. Minecraft Legends is the action strategy take on the franchise you never knew you needed. I'm here with Dennis Rees from Mojang Studios, who has just released the world premiere trailer of Minecraft Legends. Dennis, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Malik.
So happy to have you. I mean, this is a really exciting time for the team. Let's talk Minecraft as a whole, though. That game, I have nothing to back this up, but I feel like everyone on the planet's played Minecraft at this point. But that wasn't enough for you all.
I
You all
played
went
it when
and
it
made
was
Minecraft Dungeons, and
technically
now
in
we're moving on
beta
to the recently
when it first came
revealed
out.
Minecraft Legends. So one, tell me a little bit
Before
about
it had
what
all
means
the
for the
shit.
team to actually be able to reveal the game, and then two, just let us know what Minecraft Legends is.
Well, we are so excited to finally be able to talk about this game with the world. We've been working on this game for some time now. Minecraft Legends is an action strategy game. Is set in the Minecraft universe. And in order to build this, we really wanted to partner with a great company that understands strategy.
I'm sorry, I just can't get into Minecraft as it is now. Like, the only way I would play Minecraft is if, like, one of you guys wanted to play,
people
like,
who may have not played
if I can do it with friends, then yeah, it'll be entertaining.
And I mean, you've seen the trailer. It's about going
I'm not
and
gonna go out of my way to
through
play
these
this shit.
beautiful biomes, exploring this world that is familiar yet still mysterious. And so as you explore these lush biomes, you collect resources, and then you use those resources to build defenses from these dangerous but very cute.
You don't like Minecraft,
piglins.
Phoenix? The last time we played Phoenix on Minecraft, didn't we set fire to like your cousin's shit on their server?
And you know what?
If I remember right,
build some alliances,
like lava
with some
fucking everywhere.
unexpected friends, because they're going to help you actually defeat the piglins and send them back to where they come from.
I'm looking forward to it, and I love what you said about trying to make a game that's both for fans of Minecraft that exist and new fans coming in. Minecraft can go in so many different directions, I feel like, with a new game. What made you choose action strategy?
Well, really, it was many years ago as a group of
got eaten by a pack of wolves. Oh yeah, you kept fucking spawning wolves on my ass, and I actually started to get scared a bit.
The more popular ones that came up, and so we started to think about who we could partner with to build that experience, and that's where we came into Blackbird Interactive, and that was back in 2018. And you know, the project was codenamed Badger. And an interesting little fact for many of those people that might follow Minecraft, if you go back to Minecon 2018 and you look at the shirt that Jens Berenstain was wearing, you'll see a graphic on there, and it's in the shape of a badger head. And really, that was meant to be an Easter egg for years forward, which here we are now.
This dude's face.
I gotta say, I love a good Easter egg. Now, where would you say that Minecraft Legends fits in the overall Minecraft universe?
Well, the Minecraft universe is just always growing and expanding, and if it's not
But do we
from
really
our
need to talk
partner
about it
communities,
anymore?
And it's from Mojang specifically. Like you mentioned, Minecraft Dungeons. That's a great example where Mojang went out and we built this dungeon crawler experience.
I'm
in the
legit just
Minecraft
playing on my
universe,
Switch right
and
now.
Players love it. It's wonderful. And with Minecraft Legends, we're trying to do something similar, really. And here we're going to be introducing a narratively driven campaign with a whole bunch of new characters and a lot of other things that I'm not ready to share right now.
Dennis, I thought we were friends. You can share it with me and everyone watching. No? Okay, I won't pry anymore. But tell us when the game is coming out and where we can keep up to date.
It's coming out in 2023 on PC and console on Xbox Game Pass. And if you want to know more, just follow us Twitter or jump on Minecraft.net.
Dennis, I'm so excited to jump into Minecraft Legends. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving us the lowdown.
Thanks for having me.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Kirsten, aka Cave on Doom, and we're here at Xbox Fan Fest. We got a whole lot for y'all to check out. So,
Oh, Canada.
They asked me what year Halo came out, won this sweet jersey.
I couldn't believe when I was here on site that I would get to meet the real Master Chief.
Experience here, out of this world. It was really cool to see. I'm gonna go get my nails done because they have a nail station and these things need to be painted.
Redfall looked
Good for him.
dynamite, and come on, Diablo 4. Why are you so gruesome? All bloody things. No, but it's great. I love it.
what a day we had today. Thank you, everybody, for showing up to Xbox Fan Fest Toronto. Had a lot of fun, saw a lot of games, great experiences overall. Catch you in the next one.
Are you ready for more?
Was that it, or are we still going? Did they end on a wet fart? Like, was that it? That better not be it.
Ready, set, go. We coming up next. Yeah, watch this. Yeah, watch this. Yeah, right now it's that move. Go and do that thing you do. Turning heads, you make them look. Yeah, they got their eyes on you. Ready, set, go. We going up next. Yeah, watch this.
It seems to be a tradition to just end on a wet fart. It really does. Is this
I'm
the end?
joined now by Sarah Bond, who leads the gaming ecosystem organization here at Xbox. Sarah, it's so great to have you.
It is awesome to be
So
here.
are we still
and so
going?
good to see you too.
Yes, I'm super excited for this conversation because, as we know,
I'm tired
game
of these
creators
conversations.
are crucial to Xbox's success. And whenever you talk about them, it's with such passion and tenacity. I love it, and it sounds super important to you and the rest of Team Xbox. So my question to you is, how do creators inspire the work that you and your team do?
The creators
when
are
the
just
blocks
the
look like
bedrock
ass.
of everything we do on my team. You know, when you really think about it, where gaming really comes from is it starts with someone who has a creative idea that they choose to put into a game that we all get to experience
no offense,
and
but
enjoy.
I'm so tired of the
and that's really
talking.
the bedrock of our industry, of
Do
what
some
motivates
showing.
us, is to
It's a
help
show.
those people, those developers, bring their stories out. And We think about it in three ways.
What's that
How
joke?
do we create
This could have been an email.
and engaging
This could have been.
gamer
This could have been a
community for them
podcast.
to come to through Xbox? What are the set of tools and services that we give them that make it easier and faster and more affordable for them to make a game? And how do we create a range of business models that they can use? Because a business model really enables them to.
I'm legit
perform
just
all
playing
sorts of
Mario
different
Kart
types of
right now
innovation.
on my Switch.
Yeah, business models, tools, resources, all these provide choices, and it's increasing these choices for not only the developers, but the players themselves as well.
Yeah.
For example, you and your team just announced a new feature that's going to bring game demos to players. Can you tell us a little bit more about Project Moorcroft?
Project Moorcroft. I know. I love these project names. I wish they would just let me name it, but
Yeah,
they
just
won't.
say it.
I know.
You
They
know?
won't.
Can we change that?
Well, look, we were sitting around as a team and we were thinking about some of the things that we've always loved the most about the gaming industry. And one of them was, remember when you would go to like a show like PAX or E3, and you would go to the show floor and you get to play a demo or a piece of a game, and the developer would be right there next to you, talking to you about their experience, asking you to try things out, asking you your feedback. And that was one of the things I loved the most about those experiences. We just don't have them as much anymore, you know, in the way that the world has evolved. And so we thought, gosh, how can we make Game Pass like that? Like, how can we use the power of Game Pass and all of the great discovery and player engagement that is in it, and have it create for creators that opportunity to engage with fans early as they're creating their game, and also for players to get to experience something that they're really anticipating. And so that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to have a program that enables developers to take a piece, a level of their game, and put it into Game Pass so that they can get that great feedback and players can engage with them. And we know it's a lot of work sometimes for developers to do that, so we're also going to compensate them for their participation in the program. And I'm so excited for what's going to come when we launch that.
I think the one thing that we all miss is that connection, right? And now that we are able to come back into conferences and stuff like that, we still need to deepen it, because by deepening that connection, you're diversifying the voices, and then that in return helps to diversify the games and bring diversity into games.
Completely.
So how will Microsoft help to further that front?
Yeah, we think about it all the time, frankly, as Microsoft, as Xbox, in my team in particular, because creators is core to everything we do. You know, if you think about a game, it enables you to experience a perspective, a point of view, in a way that is deep and immersive, unlike any other form of media. So the importance of everyone having an equal opportunity to share their story and their perspective through a game, and what it means to shaping our perceptions, to what we talk about, to what we believe, to broadening our perspectives, is critical. And we think about that all the time. So what we've done as a team is we're continuing to expand the set of developers who we're engaging with and bringing them into the Xbox ecosystem. We've actually more than doubled the number of developers that are making games for Xbox, and we saw lots of those games in the last day. Which
Yeah, it's because you had to, because you had no games the last console launch.
For the first time ever, we actually have a presence in Africa. We have our first Xbox employee in Africa.
Oh no, Phoenix! Oh
to working with
no!
creators in the region.
So what message would you like to leave for creators who are interested in starting in the industry?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. People say to me, gosh, I would really like to be part of the gaming industry. I'd love to make a game. How do I break through? How do I get involved? And I say, first of all, network. Talk to people, meet people, connect with people, just how you and I connected actually at an industry event, which we met at, which was super fun. You know, build that network and that connectivity, because it's so critical in every industry, but I think particularly
be
in
social.
gaming, right? You know,
The
go to industry
antithesis
conferences
to
like GDC,
any nerd.
meet people, learn. Try that out.
Unless you're
If
one of those
interested
rare
in making a game
breeds.
for Xbox, you can actually go to github.com. You can actually download the Xbox Game Developer Kit and get started. And once you have a game concept, you can also submit it online through id@xbox.com, and then you can self-publish to Xbox, which is another great way. And of course, if you actually want to get involved in the industry, all companies are great, but I highly recommend you check out coming to work at Xbox. I'm biased, obviously.
I mean, hey, you have every right to be so. Sarah, thank you so much.
I mean, to be fair to Xbox,
and also, thank you to all
they
the viewers for tuning in
have
to
less
Extended.
like
We've heard from so many
of the
amazing
bullshit the other
developers
companies
on
have
today's
lately.
show. Now, before we finish,
Working
is
there, I
there
mean.
anything else you'd like to share with us?
When it comes to like discrimination and shit.
The importance of people
Like, I'll
being
give them
able
props
to tell
for
their
that, for,
story
you know,
through a
doing the
game,
bare
and how
minimum of
incredibly
being like
powerful it is.
not
and, you know,
shit.
when we were talking about that, I was thinking about an experience
That we
we've
know
had
of.
as a team
That we know
that's
of.
been
I'll
very
clarify.
touching for me. So, a couple years ago, we started really consciously extending the depth and breadth of content that we have in the Xbox ecosystem. And it was through that I got to know the team making Stalker 2 really well. And I actually got to intro that game last year in the Xbox Game Showcase, and it was just incredible. And the thing was, when I was looking at that game last year, and I was looking at the story that they were telling, and they were talking about the beauty of the land and their dedication to their culture and their country, and I thought, wow, this is a cool game. This is a compelling story. But sitting here today, recognizing that that team is Ukrainian, they were based in Kiev, looking at that story and what they were showing to the world just feels entirely different and far more poignant and visceral to me. This is a team who's talking about their culture, talking about fighting for the existence of being a nation, of being a people, of having their own language. And now we all, as a world, have gotten to see how tenuous that, in fact, is. And it's an honor, frankly, to be part of this industry and to have the opportunity to uplift their voices and to let their story be told through a gaming experience, especially knowing what we know now about the situation in Ukraine. And as part of that, they actually shared with us something that they wanted us to share with all of you today as part of the show.
Are we getting something new to show from Stalker 2?
1-1-3.
Yes. Like, I understand why they had to delay their shit. They're fucking Ukrainian, so. Hopefully they're safe and shit. Jesus Christ. God, we live in a fucked up world. Jesus. Just simultaneously breaks my heart and makes me fucking angry.
Здесь кипела работа, идеи, она не останавливалась. 3 месяца назад началась война России с Украиной.
Шок от робочий день починається з тривоги.
Під час сильних обстрілів ми біжимо в укриття.
Oh, shit.
Це переноска для мого кота, який загинув ще в перший тиждень війни.
Not the fucking cat!
Выходишь днем, сирена. Днем еще работать надо, поэтому особо не выйдешь, а вечером все время вот так.
Це моє робоче місце.
Вже 3-й місяць я живу і працюю в коридорі. Зі мною живе однокий пес, врятований з-під обстрілу в Гостомелі. Зараз мені важко писати квести про війну, коли вона йде навколо.
Так работает в перерывах между сиренами і волонтерськими задачами.
Світ ще побачить, наскільки в нас класна культура і в тому числі наскільки класні ігри ми можемо робити.
Меня зовут Александр. Я являюсь сотрудником компании ЖСК. Я с Мариуполя. С начала боевых действий была потеряна связь с своими родными и близкими. И это непередаваемое, ужасное чувство, когда ты не знаешь, живы они или нет.
Я Дмитро Ясенєв, розробник Сталкера. Ніколи не міг уявити, що в 21 столітті, в центрі Європи, може статися повномасштабна війна.
Я Олексій Іванов, ком'юніті-менеджер проекту Сталкер 2. Зі зброєю в руках захищаю свою країну від російської агресії.
Привіт, я Макс, наративний дизайнер гри Сталкер 2. Після перемоги я до неї повернуся.
Побачимось на релізі. Слава Україні!
God, it's fucked up.
last question, Dr. Dallin. Are you sure the perimeter surrounding the zone is really enough? If a powerful
Are we seeing some new shit?
We will listen.
I'm guessing this is new shit.
The zone has remained stable for years. Besides, we didn't establish the most advanced institution in human history without first guaranteeing its safety. As the head of the Scientific Institute for Research of the Chernobyl area, or CERC for short, I believe the wonders that we will bring to the world far outweigh the potential risks.
How big are these risks exactly?
The zone reveals a whole new world. We can stick with the old one, fearing change. But tell me, do you want our descendants to remember us as cowards? Or as those who dared to venture forward to a new, better humanity?
Is this game gonna have the elephant foot in it though? That's the question.
The injured were evacuated. I remind our listeners that a similar incident happened in our region quite recently, ruining homes and livelihoods.
Yeah, this game's gonna be a bit on the nose with real world shit now. Which I bet you, it's like, they totally didn't intend. I doubt they wanted that shit. Just saying. Aw, shit. Aw, shit. I played a little bit of the first Stalker, and that reminds me of like the intro to the first one. Damn, 2023. They were originally supposed to come out with this game this year, but of course, fucking Russia. Thanks for watching. Well, at least they didn't end on a fucking wet fart. I was so worried. They were gonna end on a talking or something. Yeah, it's definitely one of those games you like have to really immerse yourself in to play. It's got like its own unique style and shit. I never finished it. I might play the first one before the second one comes out. I might try and finish it. Yeah, it's a good game. Oh. Well, the ending was slightly depressing. At least it wasn't a fucking wet fart. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?